In America, the first big financialization of farmland is traced to the World War I halt. Before the Great Depression brought much of investment in farmland to a halt. Institutional investors looking for inflation-resistant returns led the recent waves of investment. First after the 1980s crisis, then after the financial crisis of 2007. To 2009 today, it is logistically and financially easier than ever to invest in a few huge farms and outsource their management. Each boom and bust, each wave of institutional capital, and each improvement in management slowly turned farmland into a modern, financialized real asset. In Iowa, for $1.13 million in December 2025, 36 acres, formerly cropland, were sold to an investor not to grow or sell crops, but to rent out to his own sons to grow more feed for cattle. The crop farmers had farmed it for decades before finally selling it for inheritance planning purposes. Being so close to the feedlot means lower trucking and equipment cost for his sons. The federal government also plays a large role in increasing land values. The Agriculture Department estimates it will spend more than $44 billion on direct payments to farmers this year. And the Trump administration is seeking $11 billion more as agricultural costs rise and the prices for corn, soybean, and other cash crops fail to keep pace. Farmers are increasingly treating their land as real estate investments, focusing on the value of the soil, not what can be grown from it. Traditionally, the value of farmland was mostly based on the profitability of its crop production. Now many owners treat farmland as a separate asset, divorced from the crops grown on it, instead of a farm input like seeds and fertilizer. Call it the financialization of farmland. It is keeping land values high and helping to stave off waves of bankruptcies and collapses that plagued American agriculture 40 years ago, when farmers also faced dire economic conditions. Most American crop farmers will lose money. In 2026, the third straight year of losses, farm income is down and debt is increasing. Only about 1% of agricultural land in the Midwest comes up for sale a year, which can help explain why bidding for it is so fierce. These farms don't come up for 100 years or more, even when buyers of land are nearby farmers and not out-of-state investors. Buyers tend to be older and wealthier farmers. Farm loan delinquency rates have ticked up. At the same time, land value is on the rise. The value of cropland has risen a whopping 40% since 2020. 2/3 of sales in Iowa are to nearby farmers looking to add to their portfolio, but up to 1/3 of sales are to investors who then rent the land out to local farmers. The share of investors would probably be higher if not for Iowa's restrictions on corporate ownership of farmland. Investors realize it is a 1 or 2% return. Sometimes it is a 5 to 6% return. They like the steadiness, while some farmers are struggling to generate enough operating capital to pay for day-to-day expenses. The agricultural economy is staying afloat because of the equity they have in their land. Farm bankruptcies were up 16% in the first half of 2026 compared with the first half of 2025. But are still on pace to be lower than the number of farm bankruptcies in every year of the 2010s. Some keep expecting the ag economy to tank with this extended run of losses and persistently high land prices, and it keeps rolling along. Today, 84% of Iowa farmland is owned debt-free. At the beginning of the 1980s farm crisis, when many farmers faced annual interest payments that exceeded their crop revenue, and the rate of farmer suicide soared, the figure was only 62% of farms owned debt-free. Farmers then tended to have smaller plots and were more indebted. So when crop prices fell precipitously, catastrophe followed. More than 200,000
Farms across the country went bankrupt, were foreclosed on, or had their operations restructured in the 1980s. A lot of the family farms have been wiped out. All the smaller little guys are out of the business. The investor in his 60s now, who paid $1.13 million for 36 acres of Iowa farmland in December 2025, was almost one of them. As a younger farmer in the 1980s, he said he had to walk away from 40 acres of land he owned and allow the bank to repossess it. When he recovered financially, he resumed buying land. He says property he paid $3,000 per acre for 25 years ago is now worth more than $25,000 per